Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Hence back with another video, and then in today's video, we're going to be going over the new All-Star event. So this is not the event we were expecting. The Young Guns event is going to be the next event. I can guarantee you that. But for the next 2 weeks, we got the All-Star event. This event is a little bit different than most of the other events in the year because it has some implications with the actual All-Star game and skills competition, which is usually pretty fun. But this year, I think it's a little bit underwhelming. But we're going to be going over everything, including and starting with the MSPs, and we're going to be ranking the MSPs, and then we'll be going through each card individually, and I'll be saying if it's a good card or a bad card and why. Starting with Johansen. Obviously, this is a very strong center card. He's not going to break into your top 6 if you got Beagle, Poulin, or even Matthews on your top pairs, but he's a very good card with synergies activated. He gets Unstoppable Force. He gets Tape to Tape, which is actually quite underrated this year. He looks like a very, very, very solid, well-rounded, like penalty killer maybe type of card, but the problem is he's only got 92 face-offs, and that's kind of below the progression curve this year, although it's not horrible. It's definitely still usable. The other problem for me personally is I absolutely hate right-handed centers. I already have Jay Beagle, so I'm not going to be making this card. However, if you did want to make this card and you did want to play him center, he's a very solid option, and he's one of the better ones from this week. Next, going on to Nick Lidstrom, he only gets 1 speed synergy. You can either activate Wingman or Workhorse on him, but I do think this card is very worth it, especially if you're the type of person who, has one of the Yossi or the Gardner, and this guy's going to be playing on, maybe your middle pair, and you're not going to activate a ton of abilities on him. Like, for example, if they gave him, Gold Truculence, that would be amazing, but, Gold... A better example would be Gold Shutdown. If they gave him Gold Shutdown, for example, it would be good, but nobody would really activate it because he's not going to be playing over Gardner or Yossi. He might actually, but for me, he wouldn't. But he does get Silver Stick him up, which is nice. This card is basically a slightly worse version of that Jake Gardner card, in my opinion. So if you guys are interested in getting an MSP, I think he's probably the best one from this event. But there's a few other really cool ones. Next, we can move on to Joe Sakic here. Joe Sakic does actually get Thief, which would get his face-offs, I believe, to 94 or 95. Which means a bottom 6 center, this card could be pretty good. He doesn't get a speed synergy, however. But this card could be fun. As you can see, he has 99 wrist shot power and accuracy, which is going to be great. He gets 99 agility. The only thing about this card that I don't love is the 88 endurance. However, that could be fixed if you are not playing him in your top 6 like me. If I made this card, he would be in my bottom 6. I might make him just because I am an Avalanche fan and I haven't really used Joe Sakic before, but, we'll see. But this card does look very good. And I would say he's probably the second or third best. He's kind of tied with Johansen. If you like lefties, make Sakic, and you like a little bit more fast players with higher agility, make Sakic. If you like bigger players than righties, make Johansen. So I would say Lidstrom first, Sakic and Johansen tied second, and then in third we have, who are we missing? Okay, we have Wayne Simmonds, or fourth technically we have Wayne Simmonds, I would say. Now, on first appearance, this card might look pretty good to you. He does have 99 body checking and strength, but the problem is he's a right-handed forward, and although right-handed forwards are kind of in demand right now for most people, I still don't think he's going to be that good of a make, and I certainly don't think that he's going to be the best card from this event, and I think he's actually one of the weaker cards, even though he is 6'2". He's only 184, which means he might get knocked off the puck a little easier than his stats would indicate. He does get Silver Truculence, which, you can take it or leave it. It's not the best ability in the world, and he does get Big Tipper, but on a winger, it doesn't really do much, and of course, he can't play center because he's a winger. So I just don't think this card has a ton of viability. And personally, I wouldn't really look at making this card. But maybe, who knows, if we play a few games against him or with him, he might be a little bit better than we think. And then the last one is Blair Turnbull. Now, she does get 2 skating synergies here. And some pretty good abilities. The only problem with her is her shot power is a little bit low. But as I know, I can speak for myself with Amanda Kessel, that doesn't really matter all too much. But she is a little bit below the progression curve at this point in the game, and I personally wouldn't make her myself. But, she's not a horrible card either. And I would rank them. My personal ranking would be Lidstrom 1, Sakic 2, Johansen 3, Simmonds 4, Turnbull in 5th. So let's quickly go through each of these cards here. I'm just gonna quickly go by one at a time, and so I don't make this video too long. Starting with Maddie Venes. Now, obviously, he doesn't have a face shot in this game yet, and he probably will get added in later. But I'm going to go ahead and say this. I think the younger players are going to be the better ones to invest in because they're going to be the ones that are going to show up at the All-Star game, and they're going to be the ones who, are the cards that are going to score the goals in the All-Star game to get the upgrades. If you guys don't already know, every time one of these cards score in the All-Star game, they get +1 overall, and every time that the goalies who win, the 2 goalies on the winning team, will get +4 overall. So I think Maddie Venes is probably one of the better ones. So yes to Maddie Venes, yes to Sidney Crosby, no to Leon Draisaitl, no to Kevin Fiala, yes to Adam Fox, no to Johnny Gaudreau. Yes to Kevin Hayes. This is one of the better ones. He's 6'5", 216. Great 4th line center, 4th line left-handed winger. I might be looking to pick this card up myself post All-Star event when his price comes down a little bit. Connor Hellebuck is just get his base card, so no. Bo Horvat is a no, although he is one of the ones that, I don't think he's going to score in the All-Star game, but he does, get 92 faceoffs, which is nice. Jack Hughes is a yes. And then going on to the next page, Seth Jones is a no for me. Nazem Kadri is a no for me. Kirill Kaprizov is a no for me. Erik Karlsson's a yes for me. Clayton Keller's a no for me. Kucherov's a no for me. Dylan Larkin's a yes for me because his card always plays really well in game. Nathan McKinnon is a yes if you don't have his team of the year, but no for most people. Cale Makar is a yes if you don't have his team of the year again, but no for most people. Mitch Marner is definitely a no. Austin Matthews is for me, no, just get his base card or his X Factor. Connor McDavid's a yes if you don't have any of his other cards, obviously. Josh Marcy's a no. Brock Nelson is a no. Alex Ovechkin is a no. Artemi Panarin's a no. David Pastrnak is again a no because of his agility. I think it hinders him a lot, and his low balance and strength also don't help him. Elias Pettersson is a no. He always plays bad in game. Rantanen is a yes for me. Jason Robertson is a no for me. And then the last page here, Juuse Saros is a no for me. Igor Shesterkin is a no for me. Stuart Skinner is a yes for me, actually, because I do think their division is going to win, and he gets butterfly effect, and he's 6'4" with low aggression and high speed. Sorokin is a maybe. Suzuki is a yes for me. I could be biased because I'm a Habs fan, but this card does actually look pretty good. Svechnikov is a maybe, just because it could be fun to use skilled up. Vladimir Tarasenko is a no for me, even though I love him. Terry's a no for me. Tate Thompson's absolutely a yes for me. This card looks insane. Logan Thompson is a yes for me. And Matthew Tkachuk is a... you know what? The more I look at him, I think I could say he's a yes for me. Brady Tkachuk, again, another yes. That's a fun card. Linus Ullmark, 100%. This card is going to be one of the best goalies in the game, even at 87 overall. Andrei Vasilevsky, another, potential yes. And I think that's all of them, right? So that's quick going through each one of those cards. And then the MSP power rankings. Now, obviously, the sets and stuff we have to talk about in the market. Also, I'm just going to quickly go over objectives and challenges. There's 2 collectibles. I already went over that. I don't want to spend too much time in this video. And then in these All-Star things, it's basically the same as what was it? The other event that we had, the Nations of Hockey, except you have less time to do it, and the cards are a little bit harder to get. So I might do some of these, but probably not that many of them. I'm going to be saving my stuff up for the next event to see if we can get a HAB MSP from that. And then looking at the sets here, quickly, we'll go through them. We do have 2 Game Day Tote cards, Travis Konechny and Mark Scheifele. They both get a lot of peripherals, which is hits and shots, but they're way too expensive in my opinion. I would avoid these cards. They are 2 game cards, but I would still avoid them. Then we have the Players Pack sets, the MSP sets to get the exact one that you want. And then over here we have the All-Star Weekend sets, which you can trade in to get a random choice pack of 1 of 2 cards, I think it is. It doesn't say if it's 1 of 2 or 1 of 3. I think last year was actually 1 of 3, but these are in packs for 14 days, which means they expire the day the All-Star event comes out or the All-Star event is happening. So I would highly recommend, if you want to, these might not be a terrible value to invest in if you want to look at getting, I might do the Atlantic Division one to get 1 of Suzuki. I'll either get 1 of Suzuki, Thompson, Ullmark, or Vasilevsky, and any of those cards probably make my team. So I might do this one, to be honest, instead of making an MSP. And the MSPs, I do believe they cost around 35 to 40 collectibles to fully complete. And then they did go back to the old collectible system. 89s are worth 7, 88s are worth 6, 87s are worth 5, 86s are worth 3, and so on and so forth. We already know the rest of the other ones. So with that being said, if you guys did enjoy this video, drop a comment down below. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth in a future video about the exact cards, the exact all-star cards, like these ones here that you see on the screen. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate all the support, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.